I have never met an unhappy, generous person. There is something about generosity that makes us human. There is something that is hardwired in us to help and benefit others. And the people who are tapped into that have found the secret. There's something about generous people that is undeniable. And I think that we miss that opportunity. We turn off a lot of what's in us. And those problems that come up, I call circuit breakers. They turn off the flow of the impulse to give. The first circuit breaker that we see is fortunate versus self-made. That people either think of themselves as fortunate and therefore are freely open to giving to help others who aren't as fortunate, or they think of themselves as self-made. They say, this is mine. I did this. I accomplished all of this. I did the hard work to get through school. I did the hard work to climb the corporate ladder. I did the hard work to save it. It's all me. I'm the reason this exists. The truth is, there's a whole lot that went into where you're at today that has nothing to do with you. You know, I spend time doing mission work in Haiti. And the more I'm down there, the more I realize I could have been born in Haiti. I was born here in the US to a very comfortable, stable family that loved me and cared for me and grew me up into the man that I am today. I had nothing to do with any of that stuff. And so for me to stand up and say, this is all mine, I did it, that's not a very big view of your story. When we stay in this self-made world, our assumption is everyone else should be self-made too. Why can't you just figure this out? Just pull yourself up by the bootstraps. I did. There's a lot that goes into a situation where someone is struggling. The more we connect to that part of our story that we can say, wow, how lucky am I? The more that we can recognize that this stuff isn't ours. We didn't earn it. Most of it is attributed to parts of our story we couldn't control, and it turns back on that ability for us to give. The second circuit breaker I call grateful versus entitled. People who have gratitude are some of the most joyous and some of the most satisfied people. They look at life and say, wow, I am so thankful for what I have. And then you have the entitled side. So the entitled is the other side of that circuit breaker. And once you flip over to that, you start to feel like you've somehow gotten shortchanged. Because it's not just that you accomplished, it's that somehow you're still owed something. And so it's impossible for you to be generous when you feel like you still have something coming to you. Or when you're grateful and you say, I have so much more than I ever expected. You feel this sense of, yeah, I want other people to experience that too. When you have this entitlement mentality, you're stuck in this sense of, not until I get mine will I give you yours. And so there's this brokenness there that cuts off the ability for us to be generous. The third circuit breaker is the abundance versus scarcity breaker. Abundance mindset tells us we have more than we need. We have a sense of extra. The scarcity mindset tells us we're in trouble. We don't have enough. There isn't enough to go around. And whatever you're able to get, you want to continue to pull in because you don't know if you're ever going to have enough. It will block you instantly. You get the urge, you're at a situation where someone needs something, that feeling that rises up, oh, I'd love to help that person. That's that generosity impulse that hits us. But then we fall into this circuit breaker that says, yeah, but I don't have enough, I can't give them any. If we can flip that back over to the abundance mindset, it says, not only do I have enough, I have more than enough. And I'm willing then to share. When that impulse hits, it goes straight to giving. You don't hesitate if you have an abundance mindset. There's just this tremendous ripple effect that happens when we step in a moment of crisis and we lift someone else's burden. You know, for many of us, those burdens just aren't that heavy. We can do it. We just have to act on the impulse when we feel nudged to take action.